What's going on, people? Today we're taking a deeper look at the Audi RS5 and exploring its rich history. From naturally aspirated beast to turbocharged titan, we're diving into everything this four-door performance saloon offers and giving each generation a VIN rating. If you agree or disagree with this list, let us know down in the comments. Do hit like if you like videos like this and hit subscribe as well to stay up to date with more videos coming in the future. With that said, let's get on with the video. The story begins in 2010, when Audi's high-performance division was looking for a way to counter BMW's mighty M3 and the brilliant Mercedes-Benz C63. They already had the incredibly potent B7 Audi RS4, but Audi wanted to offer a slightly different body style to the public. So, they took the existing A5 Coupe and gave it a serious makeover. In 2010 at the Geneva Motor Show, the first ever RS5 was presented to the world. The heart of the first generation RS5 was an absolute masterpiece, a naturally aspirated 4.2-litre V8 engine, producing 450 brake horsepower and 430 Nm of torque. This high-revving engine, shared with the Audi R8, could scream to 8,250 RPM and was paired with a 7-speed S-tronic dual-clutch transmission. It delivered blistering acceleration, hitting a 0 to 60 time in just 4.6 seconds and maxed out at a rather convenient 155 miles per hour. That's quick even by today's standards, considering it was introduced in 2010, some 14 years ago. Here, take a listen and see for yourself. But Audi brought something unique to the table, its legendary quattro all-wheel drive system. Featuring a self-locking crown gear, torque was effectively split between the front and the rear wheels for efficient power distribution. This system further helped to maintain stability at any speed, and was praised for its ability to keep the car grounded during cornering. Initially, during its first 3 years, the RS5 was offered as a coupe only, but in 2013, the German automaker further enhanced this beast by introducing the RS5 Cabriolet for its mid-cycle facelift. Headlights and taillights were updated with the introduction of LEDs, and changes were made to the front grille, giving it a more aggressive look. Inside, the infotainment system was also refreshed, making it a more pleasant place to be as compared to its previous model. Prices started at a competitive £57,480 or approximately £82,000 for the coupe in today's money, and £69,000 or £82,000 for the 2013 facelift convertible. Today though, prices are much cheaper. You can get into one for as little as £10,000 at the bottom end, but £21,000 is good enough to get you a clean facelift example with 26k in the clock, which is a lot of car for the money, considering Audi sold a total of 45,000 of them. Despite higher than normal running costs, the engine is pretty much bulletproof, as it came from the glorious Audi R8. Lower revs may be slightly sluggish, but in the upper rev range, the car can sing its absolute heart out. Many consider the B8 Audi RS5 as one of Audi's best ever hits, a naturally aspirated V8 that begged to be pushed to the limit, and a fresh exterior design that even holds up in today's standards, making this first generation example absolutely worthy of the RS badge. Who needs to worry about running costs when you can listen in on automotive symphony? The B7 Audi RS5 scores a fantastic 9 VIN rating. As with a lot of car makers, emissions became a big problem in the mid-2010s. Despite the success of the almighty first-generation B8, the B9 Audi RS5 dropped the iconic V8 for a more subtle twin-turbocharged V6. I know, it's an absolute tragedy, but unfortunately emission standards were becoming stricter by the year, and Audi needed to keep the RS5 going somehow. Developed in line with Porsche, the new power plant dramatically improved the RS5's mid-range acceleration. The new 2.9-litre twin-turbocharged V6 was good for 444 brake horsepower and 600 Nm of torque, a significant increase from the first generation. 0 to 60 was dealt with in 3.9 seconds and plowed onto a top speed of, you guessed it, 155 miles per hour. With the limiter off though, you'll hit a top speed of 174 miles per hour via a new 8-speed Tiptronic transmission, making this generation significantly quicker than the last. The new engine is also 30 kilos lighter, and a total of 60 kilos has been shed from the last generation, making you want to throw the car into every corner every chance you get. Yeah, that doesn't sound particularly great, does it?
Hello? Yes?
Inside, a digital instrument cluster was also included as standard to show RS-specific data like G-forces, lap times, and even engine performance, as well as an all-new central infotainment system that supported up-to-date features like a rear reversing camera and Apple CarPlay. Napa leather and super sport seats were also introduced to bring a much more premium feel to the interior. "2018 saw the introduction of a new sportsback model, a 5-door iteration of the RS5, making it a lot more practical and helped bump up sale figures. Prices starting at £70,000 or £86,100 adjusted for inflation, and in today's market, £38,000 is good enough to get you a 2018 example with 23,000 miles on the clock. Great value for money considering a performance Audi with less than 20,000 miles is still pretty close to mint condition. If you're a fan of performance Audis that are practical, then the B9 RS5 is the way to go. It's an entertaining car with a lot of depth and has very few flaws. Power is available all the time and the chances of you losing control are next to zero. However, it must be said that despite the better mid-range performance, the soul of the RS5 has been completely vanquished. It feels more like a high-achieving school project than an after-hours fantasy lab experiment. This may seem harsh, but when your rivals are the BMW M4 competition and Mercedes-Benz C63S, then it's hard to argue why you should pick the sensible saloon.
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye, bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
Audi did offer a facelift to this generation, but it's pretty much exactly the same as its 2017 release. Under the bonnet is the same exact 2.9-litre twin-turbocharged V6 producing the same 444 brake horsepower. There were some special editions though, like the 2019 Panther edition exclusively for the US market and the RS competition package introduced in 2022. However, to us, there's still no incentive on buying a brand new model. Slight touch-ups to the interior screen are present, like updated infotainment screen and interface, but what is the point when you can't have it in a convertible? To add to the misery, the Coupe has been added to the decommission list, so 2024 is the last time you'll be able to buy one, and the convertible has been dead since the first generation, way back in 2016.
Okay, we are cooked. Yep, we are absolutely cooked, chat. GG.
Disappointing, considering what this car could have and should have been. It feels as if Audi had plans to shelve the RS5 a long time ago, but decided to keep it going for as long as they could. It might be time to bid farewell to such a great icon. And anyway, we would much rather go sideways whilst hearing the roar of internal combustion grinning from ear to ear. The B9 Audi RS5 scores a rather standard 6.5 VIN rating.
What noise does the cow make? Moo. Very good. And what noise does the duck make? Quack. Good. And what noise does the fat pig make? We just heard it.
So there you have it folks, 14 years of history on the Audi RS5. From an instant hit to boring background noise, the Audi RS5 for a time showed us what great German automakers were capable of when not restricted. Let us know down in the comments where the Audi RS5 ranks on your list. Do you like turbocharging? Or do you prefer the sound of a thunderous V8? Or are you more of a BMW fan? If so, click the link below to see what vintage BMW M3s rank best. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more epic car content. Until next time, drive safe and stay fast. Vintage Vince out.